rainy Portland, Oregon. My name is Carl Schultz, and I have recently started a new hobby. That's restoring or repairing old radios, and I enjoy it very much. I've never done this before. I have a little education. I went to college and studied computer science, and I was a field service technician for IBM for a number of years, where I repaired their AS-400 units and some of their printers. So I know how to work a multimeter. That's what that thing is called. A VOM for us people who can't speak. And I know how to solder. But other than that, I didn't know what an IF can was. I didn't know what a superheterodyne was. My point here being is I want to give something back to the YouTube community because I have learned so much just by watching YouTube videos. And I'd like to show you my third radio that I have restored. I'm going to show you a few pictures of it, and then I'll show you the radio itself and give you a little demo of how it works. And I want to give a big shout out to my friend John down in Arkansas, John Orton. And I suggest if you're getting new to this to watch as many of his videos as you can, because he's actually quite knowledgeable and he shows you how he actually does things. And if I ever get a better webcam, I'm going to do the same thing. And a big shout out to Rick McWhorter of American 5 Radio. I really need to read your book. But thank you for all your videos as well. Now, here are a couple of images of the radio that I have just recently restored. And you'll bear with me, there's nothing worse in the world than a shaky camera of somebody videoing his own video. I don't know how well that's coming across for you. This is the radio put together, and this is what it looked like when I had it torn apart. The interior casing, it's made of wood. It's not exactly light. It's some kind of Japanese hardwood. It's a tubular grain wood. I work building cabinets, and I couldn't tell you what kind of wood it was. It didn't seem to have any real grain pattern to it, but if I had to compare it to something, I'd compare it to oak, but it's too soft to be oak. So if anybody's got any ideas of what that could be, please let me know. It was covered in vinyl. This is a portable radio, but for being portable, it weighs 25 pounds. As a consequence, it's got a very sturdy handle, and it's made out of 1/8 inch thick steel, and there's not a bit of corrosion in it. Has a transformer in it right there, and it's as big as my fist, and a big heavy drive motor for the 8-track tape, and a large aluminum wheel that drives it on a belt. It's AM, FM, 8-track, and it's actually sounds real nice. It's actually very high quality, excellent quality. This radio is Japanese. It was made by a company called Weltron, and they sold radios in the United States for what I've been able to figure out for 5 years, from 1970 to 1975. This was their first. It's called a PS model. It's a Weltron PS-804 and it was but you'll notice that it is not labeled Weltron, it's labeled Times. This was their prototype. When they entered the United States, they were trying to build a distribution network, and they had sales representatives, and this is the radio they carried around. Weltron is better known for its odd-shaped ball radios and radios that look like spaceships and that sort of thing. And here's the radio itself. And again, I say thank you for bearing with this shaky camera. It's I've been looking around on the internet trying to find out information about this radio, and there isn't a whole lot out there. It is, like I said, it is massively heavy. It's got really heavy rubber mounts on the bottom, and a schematic. I don't know how well you can make that out. You can get a better image of this on the Radio Museum, which I believe is selling theirs. It has this was mint, and it works good. It has a really long, it's 2 foot long telescoping antenna. That's in really good shape. I'm really happy with that. It has detachable speakers, so I guess this radio was also designed to be a head unit for your stereo, which, you know, they're held in with an RCA jack. I don't know how well you guys can see down there. And you can unplug them and move them around. When I got this radio, it had some peeling vinyl back in here. This vinyl was peeling up a little bit, and it was mostly just dirty. And its main problem was the speakers would not stay in. I'm lucky to have them because these CAN units that the speakers mount in, on both sides they were broken, and this one here had a big chunk, a big triangular shaped piece actually right here that was missing. I filled it in with something called CRC Mighty Mend, formed it, shaped it, sanded it smooth. I love that stuff, and I couldn't say nicer things about the CRC products. And let me give you a little demonstration of how it runs. Oh, look, it's not plugged in. I must have batteries in it. It runs on 3 kinds of current. It runs on your car radio, it runs on wall current, and it can run on 8 D-cell batteries. Also, checking this radio out, I also found out that it has a positive ground. Well, that's kind of interesting. Right now I'm on FM. It's got a really nice, accurate, sensitive tuner for a transistor radio. Oh, something I need to mention. When I was in grade school, it was all about how many transistors your radio had. If somebody had a 5 transistor radio and then someone else walked up with a 6 transistor radio, his transistor radio was automatically better. Well, finally, I got myself a radio, I don't know if you can read it or not, with 18 transistors. Woohoo! Let's give AM a little try here. Getting a lot of interference from my overhead fluorescent lights, so you'll forgive me. It has tone control and separate left and right, and that works by these 2 little. It's got 2 knobs here, and I don't know how well they plan that out, because you can't. It's probably on purpose, but you have to kind of like hold one and turn up the other one. But one of the cool features about this was the on-off potentiometer is on the tone control. So when you go to turn it back on, it's exactly at the same volume level where you left it. And then it has 8-track tape player, and this works. If I had an 8-track handy, I would show you, give you a little demo of that, but I don't. But suffice it to say, it's 1970s 8-track. This was cutting-edge technology of its time. And that's it. And I thank you very much for watching my video, and I will have some more of them. Thank you.